What's going on, my dudes? Welcome to the channel. I'm QuittyBags, and today, my dudes, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a zombie farm for XP and loot using a mob spawner in a dungeon. Now, yes, you must find a dungeon with a zombie spawner to be able to make this farm, and also, it is for Java and Bedrock, but we're gonna be going over how to make the Bedrock version first, and then we're gonna be going over how to make the Java edition one, because we're gonna be using an automatic Trident killer for the Bedrock edition, and Java can't use that. So let's get started. Now, before we do, let's see if we can smash 1,000 like goals. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that sub button to become one of the dudes. Okay, let's get started. Now, for Bedrock users, this is going to be the equipment you're going to want to use. Now, there's two variations of this farm I'm going to be making in this video. Technically, for Bedrock users, if you don't want to gather up all these supplies, you don't have to, and you can make the Java edition version. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this version, and then after, I'm going to show you guys how to make the Java edition one. Alright, so let's check out these supplies we have in here. So we're going to want one slab, we're going to need some glass, we're going to need 4 rails, not 64, just 4. We're going to need 1 minecart with a hopper, we're going to need a lever. And we are going to need 4 pistons, 8 observers, 4 hoppers, 2 chests, 2 water buckets, and 1 trident. Like I said, though, if you guys don't want to make this version, stick around till the end, and I'm going to be showing you guys the other version after I make this one. All right, so if you're wanting to make the Trident Killer one, let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is dig 4 underneath of this spawner, and then we're going to dig 3 down like this. 1, 2, 3. And let's clean up all the way around. First thing I should do, turn it on peaceful. If you're on hardcore, then big rip to you. But if you're not, then you can turn it on peaceful. Get rid of this chest here. All right, now that we are 3 below the spawner, so 1, 2, 3, like that. We are 3 below the spawner. We're going to actually make a 2x2 hole underneath of it. So right here, make a 2x2 hole just like that, right? All right, so once you finish making this 2x2 hole, just give this a second because we're gonna dig this out. But the first thing we're gonna do is we need to make this room a 10x10. So how are we gonna do that? So right now it's 2 here, and we're gonna wanna go 1, 2 right there. So now it is 4 along this wall once we get rid of all this gravel, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to want to do the same thing over here. Go all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then we're going to come on this side. 1, 2, 3. And this will be 4 right there. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And of course there will be, you know, some dungeons around you or some cave systems, so you're gonna just have to ignore those and block them off. Now what you're gonna do is connect all these and make the 10x10 room. Hopefully there's no lava near you, because that will be a huge rip. Now, one thing I must show you guys, I am on Bedrock Edition, so I'm going to show you guys my cords. Now, see how I'm on floor 21 right now? Make sure your mob spawner isn't, like, on floor, like, 10, or else you're going to have an issue making this, because you won't actually have enough space for them to spawn and drop down the tube, and for you guys to kill them, all right? So make sure you're not on floor, like, you know, 10 or something. Make sure you're at least, like, 15 to 20 or something. All right, so let's continue ripping apart this whole room. It's got to be a full 10x10 room. All right, here we go. We have our full 10x10 room built, and we also cleared off like all the sides and made sure it's all good. Now, you guys don't got to worry about what's on the walls and what's on the floor. It can be gravel. Of course, down here, it's going to matter eventually. But, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is just leave this open. Let's put it like this for a minute. You're going to want to grab your water buckets now. And I told you guys to get 2 water buckets. That's because I told you I was going to tell you guys to make an infant water pool, okay? Make an infant water pool in the middle. Place down a water bucket on each side because you're going to need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just like that. And then now clear up that middle piece there. Okay, so let's go over the dimensions again. So we are 1, 2, 3 from the spawner from this level, right? So 1, 2, 3. So we dug out 1 like this. So we're going to want to make this whole 6 blocks steep. So this counts as 1 block already. And then we're going to go 2. And then we're going to go down here. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then clear out this whole tube. Now, once you've done this, you're just going to go ahead and make yourself some space down here because we're going to need lots of space. And of course, yeah, I said you didn't really have to worry, but if there's gravel nearby, it might affect the build a little bit. So we're going to fill this back in with stone. All right, now the next thing, once you get yourself all cleared out here, we're going to be putting down 2 chests. And not right there. We're going to be putting down 2 chests right here. So make sure they are lined up with that wall right there. And then after that, we're going to put down 2 hoppers here, 2 hoppers here. So 4 hoppers in total. Make sure you're crouching while putting them down. I'm going to show that again. Crouch, hold crouch button, hit it. Crouch button, hit it. Crouch button, hit it, and hit it. Obviously the crouch button. And then, my dudes, after that, we're going to go ahead and put some rails on top of these hoppers in a circle like that. And then a minecart with a hopper on top. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a temp block over here and put 4 pieces of glass just like that. Next thing we're going to do is come up on top of the glass and clear it out a little bit all the way around so we can get these observers and pistons up here for the Trident killer. Now, we're going to do a pattern here. And looking at the chest right now, as you guys can see, we're going to put 1 piston like that, 1 piston like that. And then we're going to need some temp blocks here. And 1 piston like that, and 1 piston like that. So as you guys can see, it's every other block. Put a piston aiming this way. Now, next thing we're going to do is grab our observers. And we are going to start by going back here and placing an observer like that. Make sure the red dot is facing you. And then we're going to go around to this side. Put an observer like that. So basically, it's like an L, right? And then you come to this side, place an observer like that, break those, observer like this. Go back here, place an observer, not like that. Make sure it is like that. The red dot always has to be facing you. Go to this side, do the same thing. Go behind here, do the same thing. If I can get back here, there we go. Place it like this. And then for our final one, come over here and place it like that. So they all have to kind of link into each piston and to each other. Okay, next thing we're going to do, going to make myself some more space. I'm going to make some space on this side over here because this is going to be able to, we're going to be able to hop up here basically to grab XP from the Trident killer. What I'm going to do now is grab our glass and we're going to place glass on top of all these blocks all the way around. That way we can see what's kind of going on up there in the chamber. And then for this last one, we're going to place a slab so then we can collect XP without baby zombies jumping out or anything crazy. And then create like a little walkway up here, right? All right, now I guess before we place the slab down, we should have threw the Trident. So let's throw the Trident into the middle roughly. Right there is probably good. And then throw the slab back down. Just like that. And now we're going to take our levers and we're going to place them one on this piston like that. And you're going to hit it once. And as long as it did that full rotation, you should be good to go, and click it again. And there we go. We have a full rotation going on, and the Trident is being placed all the way around. And okay, let's stop it. Now, with the Trident, Tridents do not break in this farm, okay? The Trident will not break. It will not despawn. The only time the Trident will ever despawn is if you get too close and pick it up, all right? So make sure you don't get too close. Now, when collecting XP, come up here. And then your loot will automatically go down here. Okay, so this farm is basically done. The next thing I usually do, this is totally optional. I make like a little tunnel back here. And I make a pathway up to the farm. That way you can kind of keep an eye on it and make sure everything's going okay. So like this, I came up back here. And I make usually like a little balcony or something here, just so I can peek on the farm and make sure everything's okay. And I guess I should get rid of those chests. And also another tip, do not put any torches in here, okay? No torches, keep it as dark as possible. All right, so let's go check if this thing's working. Go down here and I'm gonna turn it on hard mode now. All right, and let's turn the Trident killer on. And as you guys can see, the zombies are dying. And we are collecting the XP from the side. Just be very careful. Don't get too close to the Trident or else, you know, it'll pick it up. As you guys can see, the zombies are spawning and they are dying from the Trident killer. The loot is going down here. Look at that. We got protection 2 pants already. And yeah, so it is working 100%. All right, let's turn this off. I turned it back on peaceful mode. Okay, so for Java users, because this Trident killer will not work for you guys, apparently it goes all out of whack and it spazzes out and the pistons don't go in a proper rotation like this. So what we're going to do for Java users. So Java users, follow the same steps all the way upstairs. All this 10 by 10 room with a water bucket in each side, 3 down from the spawner, and then 6 down like this. What we're going to do is we're going to make just basically an AFK spot where you actually have to kill the zombies yourself, and it's not automatic for you guys like it is for Bedrock users. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a tube. So I'm going to show you guys, well, actually, you know what? Let's make this out of glass so we can kind of see everything going on. So I'm going to basically just make a tube like this all the way down out of glass. And then at the bottom, we want to do, actually, don't make it this low yet. Let's throw our chest down like this, lined up with those 2 pieces of glass. All right, then let's put 2 hoppers here, 2 hoppers here. Make sure you're crouching when you click them. Don't put that one down. Make sure all the tubes are connected. And now throw some slabs down on top of these. And then we could put a little more glass down here and bring the glass all the way down. And now when the zombies spawn, let's test it here. So now, as you guys can see, the zombies will spawn, and then you're going to probably want to get a looting 3 sword. That way, you're getting the best loot possible. Now, Bedrock users, you can do this as well. It's not just Java, but now you can actually just kill the zombies like this and get your XP. Okay, my dudes, that is how you make your zombie spawner. 1 for Bedrock, 1 for Java. Sadly, the Java one isn't actually automatic, but the Bedrock one is. It's just how it is. But yeah, so there's 2 different versions there. There's the AFK automatic one for Bedrock, and then there's like the manual non-automatic one for Java edition. Both are still really good and give you XP, and they're really good for early game farms, as you guys could tell. Obviously Tridents are a little bit difficult to get, but it's very good for early game and makes it a lot easier to get XP. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes. And also, if you're new to the channel and you want to become one of the dudes, smash that sub button right away, and don't forget to hit that little bell, and I will see you dudes in the next Minecraft video. Peace out, my dudes.